3, 2, American. Yeah, we good. Not Q loading a track. What? Okay, hold on.
Acapella.
No.
Dude!
No.
Oh, I got bought. Alright, bye.
Yeah, morning. Peace, love, and happiness. Welcome to BTA Podcast, episode number 45. I am Ali, joined by Sharma.
Oh, he said the thing.
I say it every episode.
Yeah.
Ali, this is a goose.
What?
Mr. Goose?
Is a
Yeah, what's the
goose?
story?
Yes, that is a goose.
Okay.
Why did you ask this now instead of like the 40
Sorry.
minutes you spent on testing
Because I'm now watching. Sorry.
Joined by Sharma, KL, LeToya,
Sorry.
Lachlan.
Yeah.
Person.
First things first, how is everybody doing? Yeah?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if I had a 10, I would be a 10.
It's a 3.
Well, you want it to be a fucking 10 out.
I was a 4, but now I have drinks and I'm closer to a 5.
Like a 2.
I was like
You're
a
gonna
6 or
post-
7. I tired of
You
shit.
gonna post a picture in the podcast channel?
Oh
Picture
shit,
of
I
my
did not.
You did not.
What? Oh!
It's in the wrong channel.
Yeah,
No, because I
everybody
was so I saw the KMB and I wasn't confused.
Whoop. Let me see if I have any pictures of Kelly we could use as 10.
It had to be happier than
As a
9.
1. I can't see my way at all.
9.
Oh no.
We have birthday Kelly. Birthday Kelly could be 10. There you go.
Oh, hey!
Oh, that's cute.
You know I saw older
Okay,
Kelly
fair.
today.
Who?
I saw older Kelly today.
Oh,
think he
her
means
sister.
her sister.
You mean Jordan? What the hell, Lachlan?
You saw Michael Jordan today? Holy shit.
And also less Kelly-ish.
Dude, I have like a middle-aged like white friend whose name is Michael Jordan.
Yo!
Let's go. Why do you have middle-aged white
Which
friends?
I was gonna say.
Because I play children's trading card games, which are
That
popular
is fair.
with middle-aged white
The
men.
best place to meet middle-aged white men.
No children play children's card games.
Very true.
Except the children that do, and you fuck them over. Not sure.
What?
You are the reason
Like,
children don't play children's card games.
You
For context, we are
absolutely.
talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Yeah.
also Magic the Gathering. But Magic the Gathering is like more teens than kids, I'd say. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was definitely like envisioned at being aimed at kids, and then over time it just became more and more complex.
And well, the kids who grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Became adults and they still play.
They still play, yeah.
Case in point.
True. But yeah.
Hey, since you play Yu-Gi-Oh, what does Pot of Greed do again? I don't remember.
Well, you see, it allows me to draw
Glad
2
you
cards
asked.
from my deck.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This week's episode
Yeah.
brought to you by the following struggle tweet. And it is me screaming about my cinnamon rolls burning. The toast oven was set to broil, so the top's burnt and all the bottoms are still fucking dough. I just realized
I feel like you're not reading it with enough like enthusiasm.
my cinnamon rolls burnt. Ah. Are you happy?
Right.
There's no ad.
You're never happy.
But yeah,
Hey, let
basically, I fucked up. I didn't check the thing properly, and I bake in the toaster oven because I don't have it like an actual oven.
You stupid bitch.
What?
Why is this Ramona?
Wow.
I love that.
So I just was to buy a fucking oven and I'm fucking so myself. What do you want?
Check the
Air
settings.
Well, yeah, right.
Buy an air
It was
fryer.
like 5 a.m.
Buy an air fryer.
He's waiting on Samson.
People just put stuff
Yeah, I
in the
know.
air fryer to
I waited on Samson
The
once.
toaster oven is fine. Just check it.
It was like 4 a.m. and I was tired as shit, so I didn't like check it
So
properly.
why the fuck you making cinnamon rolls?
Because that's when I have
Ali.
free time to do my stuff. LeToya,
You
oh
forget-
god.
And your stuff is making cinnamon rolls.
Okay,
What
first
What
you
the time you
disrespect
spend
us.
playing
No.
children's card games?
Alright.
Or you forget this man is on night owl or something?
Yeah.
Very true.
This man is wake up in the evening and go until like midday.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure there were times when I would be waking up as Jonathan was going to sleep.
Yes, like in first year,
Yeah.
I would just,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just be stepping on my apartment and looking at it, reaching back home after fully.
Morning, good night.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
You want to get into it?
What did you do
Yeah.
with the cinnamon rolls, actually?
What?
What did you do with these cinnamon rolls?
I picked out like the best two that looked the best. I tried to eat them. They were horrible. I threw away the rest because they were
Should've
definitely
just
not
cut-
edible.
So you
Should've
just
just
waste
cut
food, huh?
You want to eat it, Lachlan?
Yeah.
I will
Go
make
find it.
some the same way just for you.
Bet. I love me some broiled cinnamon rolls. There's something about the taste of burnt food.
It's not just that it's burnt. It is the top it gets burnt because only the top burner is on and it is on stronger than normal, and the bottom burner is off.
Oh, is that
Why?
how broil works?
Yeah, so the bottom doesn't bake.
Lachlan,
But the top
You-
broils.
Yes.
Lachlan, you just love
Bless you, Sharma.
carcinogens, don't you?
Yeah, so like all this sugar on top is like burnt, right?
I like burnt sugar. I like palau.
Why you had it on broil instead of bake?
Because that's what it was set to. Because I guess my roommates was using it at the time. And like I go to check it and I was like, fuck, you know. I
Why are
didn't
your
check.
roommates using your toaster oven?
I was just using my toaster oven. I didn't check, you know. I just
Why were your roommates using your toaster oven?
because they fucking making food. I don't fucking know. It come with
It's not
apartment.
shared toast
Yeah,
oven.
it is.
Yeah.
It come with the apartment.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah. So that's that.
Steal it and put it in your room.
I should. I have enough space for it.
You do.
Speaking of cooking, I burnt myself while cooking the other day, and I didn't burn myself while playing with fire on Diwali. So that's
Yeah,
what.
that
Happy
happens.
Diwali.
Okay.
To be fair, how I did get burns while cooking is that I was frying something and the oil just like jumped out and onto my hand.
Oh yeah, the oil goes renegade.
Yeah.
Not unlike the TikTok dance.
That's your fucking
Isn't
cunt.
that what all the young people are doing these days?
Lachlan, you're younger than me.
Lachlan, when are we gonna do
No, I'm
TikTok
not, Kale.
dances? Lachlan?
The cream my hands now. Speaking
you
about
cream-
creaming in hands, no, not November.
Nope. Nope. It's on the list, but like we might not talk about it because
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I was joking.
And then stands for no,
yeah, like
no.
we was as we do, we sitting in the sound test film on the list. I was like, yeah, we need one more thing, and LeToya was like, yeah, cool, no, not November.
I was joking.
Honestly, banger, tweet,
Good
just banger.
idea,
honestly,
Good idea.
Oh my
LeToya.
God.
you really,
No.
Lawyer.
No,
LeToya.
that was a
no,
real good suggestion. Honestly,
No.
can't we start with
No.
that. No, best for last.
Yep. Anyway, you all want to get into it,
Speaking of not having sex, Elon Musk.
right? Yes, because his wife has left him.
Yeah.
Ooh, good for him. Right.
It's
Although-
good for anyone.
But yeah, it was like the United Nations, like social media accounts saying, yeah, if Elon Musk gave this much money, then we can handle world hunger. And Elon Musk replied, it was like, I'm gonna find the exact thing he said.
He
That's-
responded.
Oh, billionaires are so quirky. Don't
Oh
you just?
no.
He replied and was like, damn, sucks to fucking suck, huh?
Why did he
No, he said
respond?
if they could show him like if the WFP, if the World Food Program can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how 6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. That's what he said.
Did they?
So the thing about that is, right, like this is my opinion solely. This isn't, the truth or anything. This isn't like what could happen. Well, this is the thing I think could happen and probably will happen, but this does not mean it will. So what I think is that when you phrase it like that, your response like that, because he can probably imagine ways to combat world hunger with $6 billion, right? It's just a matter of mobilizing any money, but like finding solutions isn't difficult if you just actively try to do it. So I imagine that you could do it if you had that much money. I just think that when you respond to it like that, the proposition like that is just saying, yeah, whatever you see, all I have to see is I don't like this, and then just not do it,
Mhm.
and then just not give them any money. Like I think that's how that's good.
Yeah. It's also the fact that like he's basically asking for them to like, oh yeah, they're saying that like all of my money can provide a solution to all of world hunger. Describe to me in detail how I can describe every aspect of how I can stop every aspect of world hunger, and maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's like those like arguments that I find like children do all the time, where it's like you have to like disprove me in detail, or else I'm gonna keep going on believing foolishness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even if 6 billion or whatever number he called wouldn't be able to solve world hunger, it would
It's a
still take a
start,
good
yeah.
it would still take a dent
Mhm.
out there. Like Jesus Christ, dog. Yeah, you're that selfish.
Yeah, it's like when you say it
Well-
like that, is it sounds like you don't actually want to do it, right? It's not something
How
that
do you
you
think
care
he
about
got the
doing.
money in the first place?
Yeah,
Off of the backs of starving children desperate for food.
Oh,
yeah.
Bro just said, I have 6 billion in my back pocket right now. Come and take it.
Like you could most certainly take out a fucking dent, right? Like,
And he wouldn't even be affected by it.
yeah.
he would not.
Mhm.
At one point, he just was the richest man in the world, wasn't he?
Mhm.
I think so.
I don't
Before
know.
Jeffy Boy.
I know Jeff passed Bill, and then some other stuff, and who fucking cares?
And then Bill's wife passed him.
Did he? I mean, did she?
Hmm?
I
Bill Gates is
think
getting
so.
divorced.
I know he was getting divorced, but it's like, did she pass him because she got the fucking settlement money? Because that's really.
Oh, I
funny.
don't know.
Oh, you just.
I was
told
just
me.
making a joke about his divorce.
Especially that Sharma.
Hello.
Is she a television? Hello?
Poltergeist.
Hello?
Why did you just sound like a radio skeptic for a bit there?
You sound real fuzzy, girl.
Yeah, you're very quiet right now.
And to see if you even touch your headphones, I'll start crying and then I'll kill you. Now you have to die. Now you have to look what you did. Now you have to die.
Look at what you did. No, cannot hear you.
But you answered me.
Okay, you're good now.
You're slightly better.
Number one.
I can
Yeah,
turn you up.
Number
something.
It
one.
is fuzz.
Say something, Sharma.
Pink Fuzz. Hot Fuzz. That's a movie.
No, you're just quiet as shit.
Technical difficulties.
Number one richest person is Jeff Bezos, then Elon Musk, then Bernard Arnault,
Who the
Who the
fuck?
fuck is Bernard?
CEO and chairman of LVMH,
What the fuck is LBMA?
the world's largest luxury goods company. They own Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Marc Jacobs, Sephora, and many more.
Oh.
I
Majority
see.
of his wealth, however, comes from his massive stake in Christian Dior. Rest in peace, Pops.
The person?
Yes,
And
he
I-
invested in one man.
Then Bill Gates is number 4th, and then Zucky's is
Number
5th.
4th.
Number 4. Zucky! Zucker is my favorite Animal Crossing villager.
Then number 6 is Warren Buffett. Number 7
And
is
Zucker
Larry
the octopus.
Ellison.
Yeah.
The octopus Zucker, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have. It's great.
I know, I like Marina more.
Marina? Oh, well.
The
I
octopus.
mean, normal and lazy villagers are both great. I just don't have Marina, but I have Zucker. So
Nice.
Shut up.
that means I
Ali,
can sell him.
Whopper.
I need to know your villager lineup now.
Okay. It is Deirdre,
Mm-hmm.
because I had her in New Leaf and I love it. Maple, also had her in New Leaf and I love her.
Oh, I love Maple.
Apollo, because I had him in New Leaf and I love him.
Okay.
Phil, because I had him in New Leaf and I love him.
I'm sensing a
Sensing a
pattern.
theme. Mm-hmm.
Hazel, because I had her in New Leaf and I love her.
Got it.
Flora, she's one of the new ones.
Oh.
Then it's Monty, Nana, Ozzy,
Ozzy.
Buck.
Buck. Nice.
Yeah.
Buck you.
But yeah, when I go villager hunting, I tend to try and find the ones that I had in New Leaf because I played New Leaf for $600. I love that game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I only have
This is fun.
$300 on New Horizons, so.
I have like 700.
Oh my god.
And that was before the. Oh, hey, you want to hear something funny?
What's up?
I time traveled a lot because I wanted to complete the museum, so I spent like weeks of my life time traveling with Red, trying to get all of the art.
Yeah.
And after time traveling for all of these weeks, I finally got all the art. And then the next week, they announced the expansion pass where they were like, "Oh, by the way, we're going to make it so much easier for people to get art with the new Harv's Island thing." And I was like, "Well, that's special." Also, speaking of, can I talk about something that pissed me off?
Go ahead.
So the Animal Crossing, the new like Switch online update, right?
Yeah.
Is really fucking stupid.
Why do you think?
Because like the way they advertised it is like you get the standard Switch Online license, or you get Switch Online with expansion pass, which comes with the N64 library, the Sega Genesis library, and then also the Animal Crossing DLC, right?
I'm not too sure. I have to look into it because mine is like.
No, I did look into it. That's
Okay.
what it comes with.
Okay.
And it's fucking stupid because, for one, if I remember correctly, if you get it that way, you can only play the DLC if you have an active Switch Online account. If for whatever reason you are not able to pay for your Switch Online account, you no longer have access to the DLC, which means
buy it separately.
you now have to make monthly payments of like almost like double, like more than double, I think, the original Switch Online cost. You have to make monthly payments also that you can have like temporary access to the like DLC.
You don't just buy Switch Online for the year?
Oh wait, it's $40 for the year. I think it's $20 for the year with the regular thing though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, I just like buy it for the year. So
yeah, no, it's like I think it's $20 US for the year, and then with the expansion pass, it's like $47 US, which is like a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more than double just to get like these two game libraries and then also the Animal Crossing expansion pass, which you now have to make monthly installments for basically the foreseeable future in order to keep playing.
Or
you could just like buy it.
There you go.
Right? But what I find is really dumb about this is the fact that like there's no option to just get like the Genesis and N64 like libraries without also getting the like expansion pass, which means if you don't play Animal Crossing, you're still having to put in the extra cost for the expansion pass in order to get these two libraries, which does not make any sense.
It's very junky, yeah.
Capitalism.
I mean, to be fair, Nintendo Switch Online was always kind of a cash grab, but like this is just dumb.
At least
I
it's
just
not
feel
as
like
bad as like the fucking PS Online, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I feel like all they needed to do was just like provide a version that like did not force you to like that allows you to get the original.
Animal Crossing, it's like if you didn't fucking get it, or like you lose everything else, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I might buy it separately because I don't know how much I care about like the N64 libraries. Like
I was going to, but like I was saying, I already have the ports of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for 3DS, and I already have Super Mario All Stars, so I can just play the Mario 64 there. And it's like I barely have time to play the Switch games I have, so why am I spending extra money to play the N64 games? And I already have like the libraries that are included with the regular Switch Online, so it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But then I can't play Sonic, now that I think about it.
I feel like you can do without it, Lachlan.
But like the original Sonic the Hedgehog, come on.
Just get an emulator for your computer.
Just emulate, bro.
We don't support emulation here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
For the future Nintendo sponsorship, we don't support.
Irish friend, if you're listening, I would never emulate your products.
How are you emulating soap? Are you a CS student?
Sharma used to like make soap.
That's not emulating soap. That's just making it. That's like
if making it in like the model of like an Irish Spring soup bar, then you're making it. Then you're emulating it, right?
That's no, because that's
emulate
not
means more than one thing, Lachlan.
Does it? Plagiarism.
But
emulate.
I don't
like,
know the definition. Yeah. I'm not an etymologist.
You know who is Rajiv? Somebody at him.
That's true. Where is
I mean, I did at him. He's just not around.
I missed that boy.
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
Ali, what are you watching right now?
Discord. I did not pull up anything on YouTube.
Okay, you wanna just watch this stream? I'm playing game.
Just watch me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just hobby.
What are you playing, Kale?
Need for Speed.
Ooh.
Most Wanted.
Oh, and I'll just put it on mute. There we go.
Oh yeah, I have this game on sound.
On sound.
On sound. Anyway, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this news came out like what, last night? So it only got added to the list today, but basically it was a Travis Scott concert that went on last night. And the crowd went out of control and nobody stopped it. And the crowd just kept compacting and compacting, and 8 people apparently got like crushed.
It's 11.
It's 11 now.
Yeah.
Wow. But 11 people got crushed and went into cardiac arrest in some shape or another. And a lot more got injured. The ones that went into cardiac arrest passed away. I mean, a lot more got injured. And yeah. We're still trying to like find out more about like what happened. I don't know too much because this only came out like in the middle of the night. Like I saw it while I was like fucking sleep deprived. And I was like, what the fuck happened here? Still trying to make sense of what went on.
It sounds like poor event planning and also just a lack of care for human lives, because there was also footage of people breaking down the gates to sneak in. So it was definitely over capacity.
Right.
And then also just people not caring, because you see people, there was a video of one of the goers pleading with a cameraman to at least like show what was happening in the crowd. Yeah. And apparently they threatened to push her off the platform if she didn't get down. So it was really just a horrible combination of lack of planning and lack of human decency.
Yeah, because it sounds to me like mosh pits have been a thing since like the 80s, right? So I feel like they should be regulated by this point. I feel like
but like mosh pits aren't like, people getting crushed at that. Mosh pits, they're just like, somebody getting rocked up going to a concert. At the end of the day, like, you're still going there to have a good time, not go into fucking cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there is like no way to really regulate it if that's the, because I mean,
like that's what event security is for, though.
Yeah, but like,
which means that clearly the staff was just not there or just in the wrong places.
They most definitely were not doing their job if that was
like look at the security to patron ratio, right? Like, if the crowd does get super rowdy, you can't expect the security.
Can't really do much,
Yeah, but I feel like there are still things you can do to at least curb it, or like
probably
alert people who can.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Poor planning, because there were clearly way too many people in that area.
And I saw a video of like people jumping on top of like fucking ambulances and shit when they were trying
on
to help
top
people.
of it,
I saw that shit. I was like, holy fuck.
All the Scott fans are insane.
What? Where was
Very
it?
much.
Like, what state was it?
This might have been in Houston because.
Yeah, it was Houston.
Okay, yeah. Lucky guess.
Yeah.
Also, I know this is going to be like a weird thing given the move, but didn't Astroworld come out like 4 years ago? Why is he now still doing concerts for it?
I guess, I don't know. It has been 4 years, hasn't it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's been like 3, but yeah. One of those was COVID.
Yeah.
No, it's 4, because we've gone through the entirety of 2021. We're in fucking November.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. This story is sad.
Yeah, like
I'm sad.
Very sad.
Travis Scott concerts before, and like, they just certainly look like a wild time because he makes music to like fucking rage out to and shit sometimes.
Yeah, isn't he the one with like the picture of him just like holding a mic stand over his head with like fire?
With fire in the background. Yeah.
So good.
Like, he most certainly has a reputation for shit like that. What's the name of the song? Stargazing. He has that one lyric. It's like, it's not a mosh pit if they no injuries.
No one is injured. Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between no injuries and no one dying.
Yeah, like when we say injuries, you just mean like somebody just getting roughed up a little bit.
Well, yeah, because like you expect that given where a mosh pit is, but you don't expect casualties.
That's normal for mosh pits, not people dying. That is insane.
Civilian casualties.
Yeah.
Has he spoken up about it, by the way?
He
posted the most half-ass apology. It was actually disgusting.
Notes apology,
Oh,
not even like the content itself. You can just tell that these people are so detached from regular human emotions. It's disgusting.
To be fair, there's also a side of it which is like, the whole thing about celebrities most likely having a PR team that's not going to want them to like take full accountability for it.
Fair.
Because
That's
then
true.
that means that, you know, not just them, like they're a brand and there's a lot of people attached to that brand. So obviously like the PR team's going to be like, well, how can we save as many jobs as we can or save as many of the people involved with this?
Yeah, that's
Obvious.
true.
I expect there to be, more that comes out of this because this is very recent. It's happened like this morning or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Personally, sorry, go on.
Personally, what?
No, go on.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, I was gonna say, personally, I don't think that Travis himself should feel like a kind of way about it. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's his concert and stuff, but he wasn't really in charge of the planning.
But like
and
at some point, you have to like see that something going on in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there were
true.
ambulances. People were like screaming for their lives.
Yeah, like you
Granted,
have the
it's a
microphone in your
miss.
hand, like you
Yeah.
can tell, you say, "Hey, yo, y'all back up" or something, because like people have done that at concerts before.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I don't think he ever recorded, so I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, because I was gonna say he is a performer, so it's not necessarily his job to manage it. But at the same time, if he's looking out onto the crowd and
You have
seeing
the
this
best
shit
view,
happen,
Yeah.
Have you all been on stage, by the way? Because like the lights just be on you, and you don't really see much.
That's
like
true.
no, like I understand what you're saying, but like at the
Yeah.
same time, like
You see a lot still, though.
You
yeah,
can see
like, you're-
shapes. You can see certain things.
because
Yeah.
like it's not like crowd work is still like a thing in concerts, which means obviously
You
celebrity
have to be able to see it even a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know like how much he saw. We don't know how much he heard, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like
you
it's
have to
unlikely
see
that he
something.
didn't see anything, especially like
Yeah.
if like ambulances were showing up and he was still performing.
You had to see
Yeah.
something.
I'm not
And
saying
also
that
the
he,
fact that like even if he didn't see something, someone should have known. Hey, Travis, like let's pull the plug.
yeah, I'm not saying he shouldn't take any accountability at all, but at the same time, to blame him solely.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I was saying with like the brand thing, because like in the end of the day, when like this is like the thing in general with like cancel culture and like everything. In the end of the day, people are going to attack the most like recognizable face, and like Travis is basically the face of all of this because it's a Travis Scott concert. It's for
Yeah.
Travis Scott's album for which he performs on. So obviously, the name Travis Scott is going to be the first thing that's dug through the mud because it's the first thing that people see.
Mhm.
And like with how like short-sighted the internet is, that does kind of mean that most people would immediately just push all the blame onto Travis.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that like it's not that like we're not saying that he deserves all the blame, but like obviously there's still a lot like he's still got to play at least some part in this.
Yeah. Apparently, the organizers for the event have a history of health and safety violations.
Sounds
and they
about
were
right.
sued over that in 2016. Oh,
Sounds about right.
so there we go. Like I said, we don't know
Yeah.
anything. More stuff is going to continue to come out, I imagine, over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's one of the most deadly concerts ever. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
It's worse than Woodstock.
We saw some similar stuff happening with the fucking Playboy parties.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
like how they had fans just like breaking in to get to the event, like they were doing shit for Playboy cartoons.
I mean, aren't Playboy Curry's fans also kind of like that though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to look at the cover and dial it and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Just, I think there's just a guy jumping off a fucking stage and like other people say, yeah, it's on brand.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also kind of like the problem when like your sole thing is to like work on art, because Travis's whole brand is like being like chaotic and like kind of like anarchistic, and like that's kind of like his like image and like his face and stuff, which is obviously going to get people like thinged up. But when people are telling you, oh, you have to like do this more, and you go, oh, burp, sorry, but like when that's essentially what you're like always doing and what you're always being pushed to do, at some point that kind of just becomes like a part of your identity, and that kind of stuff just becomes normalized around you, and it does kind of say a lot about how
it more,
about how like it's easy for celebrities to become disillusioned about this kind of thing. Yeah.
Anyway,
abolish celebrities.
Prayers out to the families of all the victims, because this is just horrible.
It really is.
Rest in peace, all the people that died.
Moving on. We about halfway through. Everybody can go ahead and take a sip of water. As we prepare to give you all whiplash as we transition to our next topic.
No.
Good to see LeToya.
No.
Shout out to the girl.
I would like to point out, I also suggested we talk about Chris Pratt. And this is
we
what the
can
shows
talk
could
about
put
Chris Pratt.
What is
forward.
there to talk about with fucking Chris Pratt?
He's
I
a
feel
horrible
like-
person.
Yeah,
It's more so
we
about,
already
like-
know that.
I feel like it's more like the downfall of celebrities because I feel like the Chris Pratt image kind of just devolved really quickly.
Apparently, he went to bed
Yeah.
depressed yesterday.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
this funny,
I do that every
quirky
night. Fuck you,
actor.
Chris Pratt.
This funny quirky comedian is like, oh yeah, he's votes fucking Trump.
Another
Fuck.
thing, though, about
Wait, did
him.
he actually explicitly say that?
I think so.
I know that. I think from what I saw, it was that he never like. I think people asked like his political worldview, and then he didn't come out and say anything. The story I remember is I think like his peers and like other Marvel fans were like being anti-Trump, but Chris Pratt wasn't saying anything. And then that's when people looked into him and were like, "Oh, he's from like a religious background. He's like from one of those like more conservative like white backgrounds."
Yeah.
And then people started like putting the strings together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do think in some capacity it's kind of like the internet's thing to like take everything and like taking like see an inch and like take a mile, where it's like they kind of just blew everything way out of proportion. Because like I don't know, this is also just coming from someone that doesn't really follow celebrities that heavily or anything like that, but it does kind of feel like at one point everyone just decided fuck Chris Pratt, and then all of a sudden it was fuck Chris Pratt.
Like
Not
Coldplay.
saying not saying that he's like a good person or anything, because I don't know the guy personally, because celebrities and all of that. But I also do feel like it kind of does show how like the image of a person can change so drastically.
Apparently, the
Yeah.
whole thing just stems from his religious views, and he was accused of being anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah.
It's because of the church he's associated with.
Yeah.
just the church stuff.
Is
Yeah, it was like from what I remember, it was more so just that like he never explicitly said anything, but because of the people that he was known to associate with, people then came down on his image.
Yeah.
Which like I understand, but like I don't know, it's weird because like on one hand, like I don't want to like say anything in defense of Chris Pratt, because again, like I don't know him and I don't want to stand up for someone who is possibly not a good person. And also like there was that post he made about his new wife that was like
with the dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck that.
that was
Fuck that.
that was low.
that was real
That
weird.
was some
But, like-
scumbag bullshit, dude. Fuck
Real
that
fuck
guy.
him.
Like, fuck him for that alone, bro. There's no other reason.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that post was bad. That
Real
was
Fuck
Yeah.
this guy, bro.
But it's also like if we had seen Chris Pratt like post that like a couple years ago without his image changing, it's like would that have been different? Like would the reaction to that have been different? I feel like people would have overlooked it more. And it's more like it kind of just shows how quick, because like again, we're talking about like celebrities being a brand and stuff. That does kind of show how like even like the tiniest bit of bad press in like that case kind of like turned into like a tsunami against him. I know everything's like anti Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
but like at the same time, like I don't know. I just feel like I'm not like in support of him, but it does kind of feel weird. Like we don't like it, from what I
We
gather
don't
from
know
the story,
everything,
it was
yeah.
never like Chris Pratt himself said anything. People kind of just took it upon himself to hate him based on like the associations we know he has, which is fair because obviously if you're associating with a certain type of people, it does say something about you. But at the same time, we don't know the extent to which he like agrees to like certain ideologies. And like especially when it comes to like religious views, I know enough religious people to know that like different people are associated with like different aspects of religion, and it's not always like this person, like everyone in this religion is like the same and is like hateful or whatever.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's kind of the internet's capacity to make like snap judgments about people. I don't know how snap this judgment was. I just feel like it's hard to exist like in today's modern day when like everything's moving with the masses, and like it's really easy for people for the entire populace to change their position about
To
you.
just get carried away.
There was a
Mhm.
book about that, the crowdsourced panopticon. I was gonna buy it and read it, but it's like $100 US.
Oh,
Jesus.
And it's
But I
only in
don't.
hard.
But I don't.
It's only in hard copies. So,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
take a gander at that book. It's pretty. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
Sharma back.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Chris Pratt, can we talk about the fact that he's not only playing Mario but also
But
Garfield?
And
Garfield.
also Garfield. Like what?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Sharma.
Hello, Sharma. We hear you.
Understand why don't just download the book illegally?
Sharma. Sharma.
We don't support
Sharma.
piracy on this podcast.
Sharma. Sharma.
Buti nga ba di ba tagang finance?
The crowdsourced panopticon.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, but do phonics in school.
No. The English language is a lie.
PANOP.
Anyway, Chris Pratt is Garfield? Why?
Chris Pratt is fucking
Why
Garfield. It's
indeed?
fucking
Why
Mario.
is Garfield doesn't
Although,
need a
to be
resurgence?
fair,
Why are we
to be
making a
fair,
Garfield movie like now? Like we
You
don't have
know?
time for this shit.
I feel like he embodies Garfield a bit more than he does Mario.
No.
I feel like I
No.
can see him voicing Garfield more than I can see him voicing Mario.
No.
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 That's just as in, like, I don't think he's right for either role. Don't get me wrong. Mhm. But like, it's just like from my like personal view. What was that quote? I don't know if it was actually a Chris Pratt quote, but where like he was like, "Oh, Mario's not Italian; he's normal now." It was like a quote that went around Twitter like after the announcement came of some interview that Chris Pratt supposedly did, and he was like, "Yeah, Mario's not Italian anymore; he's normal now."
He didn't say the Italian part. He said, "I can finally portray Mario as like a normal person."
He didn't
And
say
people
Okay.
took it to mean that he was getting rid of the Italian aspect
Okay.
of Mario.
Yeah, he said he's not gonna do the accent or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how
But
they
that's
hit
also
Just going
like,
to use his Chris Pratt voice. So it's like, why the fuck did you hire this guy for this?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I like the original voice actor for Mario is going to be in the movie. I think
I hope so. He deserves it.
I hope
he's
so.
going to be in it, but he's going to
It's
cameo in
only
it. I think.
Chris Pratt.
But also the
Because
entire
Chris
cast
Pratt
of that
cost
movie
him
is an
fucking money.
absolute train wreck.
The case in point is stop
Okay, hold
hiring famous actors.
Oh my
to
god,
be
that is
voice
rant
actors.
was
Jack
one.
Black as Bowser, I think is fine.
No,
Of
Jack Black.
course.
Charlie Day as Luigi, I think is fine.
That's interesting.
Keegan Michael Key as Toad, I think is fine. I don't care for the rest of them.
That is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Because Keegan Michael Key can do a fucking Toad voice. I'm pretty
yeah,
Yes,
he can.
he can.
I can believe that.
Definitely, yeah. And
Mhm.
Charlie Day
I
as
don't know.
Luigi should just be like funny, at least. Why the fuck is Chris Pratt Mario?
Again, I don't,
Yeah.
it gets into like, oh, thanks, Sharma.
What did Sharma do?
Yeah.
Sharma!
You're welcome,
Mhm.
Gail.
Yeah. No, but I was saying, like, echoing what LeToya just said, I feel like it kind of has to do with, like, Hollywood's obsession with, like, oh, God, I just keep talking about celebrities today. But, like,
This is the
oh, there's this
celebrity
big push,
episode.
like, just push. This is the celebrity, the episode where we talk shit about celebrities.
Yeah.
But it's, like, kind of how, like, there's this whole emphasis on, like, star power in, like, not just animated movies, but I feel like when you have celebrities, like the big name celebrities that you know as like the respected
Just for the
actors,
sake of name value, yeah.
it's like how earlier we had Space Jam this year and Zendaya was playing Lola Bunny, and most people who've seen it can agree that Zendaya probably
Does
wasn't
not.
the best Lola Bunny
Mm-mm.
voice.
No.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, Zendaya was playing Lola Bunny because Zendaya is a name
And
that can
she
get
got
the young
like,
people
you know,
to come to
more
the movie.
accreditation for that role than like all the other like voice actors, even though
Yeah,
they are
and then
like, kind of
also a
prestigious for those
movie.
roles.
Yeah, a movie which also kind of does this that we watched recently that I kind of want to bring up is Dear Evan Hansen.
Ah!
Yeah, because it's
I
like,
have a lot to say.
yeah. So LeToya and I watched that movie, and like Amanda Steinberg is. There's like a lot of characters in the movie, and like it's not a good, in my opinion. It's not like I don't know anything about the original musical, but you can also tell that it's not like a good adaptation of the musical because you can tell it gives like a lot of emphasis to like its main like the big actors. And the best example of this is Amanda Steinberg, who apparently was not even that big of a character in the movie. She gets a lot of focus and also has 2 full songs on the soundtrack, when there were songs from the original musical soundtrack which were actually important to the story and were actually based around characters that were central to the story, but were removed to make more space for Amanda Seymour's character, who was not important before the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, I just think that it's, again, just the idea, just stop, abolish celebrities. Just abolish celebrities. Honestly.
Eradicate all celebrities.
Like, just the concept. Like, you know, YouTubers are okay, except Logan Paul. You know, some most
are
YouTubers.
okay. A lot of them fucking suck.
The YouTubers I like are okay.
The things I like are good. The things I don't are not.
Well, okay.
Get
but
rid
like,
of everything else.
It's just like, because I feel like the main reason I would say that is like, I feel like YouTubers are more of like a more, or at least, okay. Celebrities, I
At
feel
inception, YouTubers
yeah,
were like
since their
easier to
inception.
connect with.
Yeah.
It felt more
because
genuine at
YouTubers,
inception.
a lot of
but
their
then,
personality.
yeah, over time
Yeah.
it just became more commercialized. And it's like, all right, whatever now.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
diet TV.
Yeah, and then like but that's the thing, right? Because celebrities from their inception were always like, you know, in like TV shows and in the movies, which were like not accessible. You would only ever actually hear about them through the news or like through seeing pictures of them or through paparazzi or anything. And the culture's changed a lot now, where we can now see, you know, like deeper parts into like these people's personalities, where it's easier for us to see into their lives and for them to reach us in more meaningful
before,
ways.
Like, if you wanted to know their opinions on something, you'd have to, like, you know, buy a magazine and read an interview. And now you just have to like, scroll through their fucking Twitter likes.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
But it's like, yeah. It's like really weird to
Now I
me.
know what kind of porn Ted Cruz likes.
Oh god.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh my god. But like, it's just really weird to me because on one hand, that means that like when you have people like making things and like involved in things, it's easier to see like insight into what goes into making these things. It's easier to get connections with these people and understand that they are more than just vehicles through which art is produced. They're real life people. But at the same time, you still have like, you know, especially people from like older generations that didn't necessarily grow up with this view of like celebrities and celebrity culture, who are still gonna like now it's a lot easier for controversy to come out about celebrities. And then that means that you now have a lot more people flocking around them and wanting to give an opinion on their opinion.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just think internet culture has kind of made it worse to both be a celebrity and have a celebrity like around, because it's like in your everyday, like say you do a group project with someone and you don't agree with their opinions on something, not a big fucking deal, right? Because it's just like a random person that you're meeting in your life. But now with like a celebrity who's also a random person who like you'll probably never meet, like this one opinion of this one person is now blown out of proportion, and now everyone has stake in like how we care about this person, all because this person has more like people looking at them. And so now like their word must be treated as like this whole big a deal. It's like this whole huge thing that this person holds this opinion or this other opinion. And like I understand why the culture is the way that it is, because obviously when a lot of people are looking at people like that, those people have a lot of influence. But at the same time, just abolish celebrities. That's really it.
Nice.
Yeah.
As long as you're ragging on celebrities, so on.
Yeah.
I have two I want to bring up.
Yeah.
A bit more light-hearted, but the baby.
Yep.
And Boozy.
Yeah.
What did they do now?
So the baby had that one headline circulating. I was like, the CEO of the LGBT community has been
Oh yeah.
I was like, when the fuck did they get a goddamn CEO?
I saw that.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
And Boozy in general, just, you know.
No. You saw the video where he staged a fight with...
he's like staging a fight with a kid actor pretending to be a...
Oh wait, that wasn't real?
No, there was a big ass boom at the top of the video. What are you talking about?
What do you mean that wasn't real? Lachlan?
No, I didn't. I just saw the video on Twitter this morning. I had no clue what was going on.
There's a boom mic at the top. You can see.
I was
in the
not paying
beginning.
that much
Did
attention
somebody
to it.
say boom?
So there's
that guy
Boozy
is like
is
the funniest fucking thing.
No.
Sandy,
But,
you
like,
get to be the
also-
boom operator. What does that mean?
But like also he's a homophobic and transphobic piece of shit who's there
He's
telling a
also a
20-something-year-old
piece of
artist
shit,
to
yeah.
kill himself because he's gay.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, he was staging a fight between
Yeah.
him and a actor pretending to be a Lil Nas X fan.
I just
Who fucking
I
cares?
just don't understand that man.
He is obsessed with gay
He is
people.
obsessed. I think
And
he wants
it's
You know
to have
what's
sex with
bad?
weird.
sex.
No, you know it's bad when Azalea Banks steps in and has to put you in your place.
When Azalea Banks has the
When
moral high ground
Azalea
over you,
Banks has a
No.
point against you and is like actively speaking against you, you know you were fucked up.
when she has the moral high ground over you, give
When
up.
she's the
bro.
voice of reason.
Give
And
up.
then-
No.
and steal your At that point, just stop being a celebrity. Just go into hiding or
Go
something.
into hiding.
And it's like when Lori Harvey came out as dating like Michael B. Jordan, and then he made like 4 different videos like criticizing her and like the fact that she's had like multiple men, and like she
He
said
was weird.
he's just yeah.
Yeah.
And do we even need to talk about the fact that he like is legit responsible for sexually assaulting his children?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's enough for that. We have 15 minutes left. Let me just move on.
So no, not November, right, guys?
No.
LeToya,
We
take it
moved
away.
past that. We moved past that. There's nothing to talk about.
Well, no, it's next on the list. We never actually got to like the other stuff, so it's next on the list.
We vetoed it. We moved.
Who's
Did we?
Dune.
Who is
Who
we?
is we?
Lachlan and
We?
Jonathan. Lachlan, Jonathan. Y'all watched Dune. How was that?
Not as good.
Doing your mom. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, to be fair, November's a whole month. We can talk about this next week.
Oh my god.
And the week after that? And the week after
Oh
that?
my
But
God.
not the week after that. That's when November
Oh
ends.
my-
and the year after that.
That's
the
true.
year
We'll
after
drag
No,
the season
this is
out
the
to
end.
next
Forget
November.
this topic.
But yeah, so last week we said we'd watch Over the Garden Wall for Halloween because it was the 30th, and we did. And we
Yeah.
also on, was it the Sunday, me and Lachlan went to
It was
watch
next
Dune.
year.
Yeah. And also I assume y'all probably do fucking something else. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Y'all been watching shit.
Y'all been watching it. Let me talk Over the Garden Wall. Because
Remember when we did the weekly movie roundup? That was a fun time.
Lachlan, LeToya, Sharma, they
All of
all
us.
still have their profile pictures, but me and KL,
Yeah.
we had them, but we got rid of them. I had the Highwayman, KL had... who did
The
not
Beast
KL?
but laid up.
He had
Beast inside out.
Yeah, the Beast.
Mhm.
I'm the Highwayman. But yeah, we watched
Yeah, that was great.
What do you guys think?
Oh,
That
it
was
was
great.
such a good show. I love that
That was
show.
great.
It was so cute.
It was
Yeah.
very cute, but also terrifying.
That's what makes it good. I love like things that are like that level of creepy, where it's like it's clearly meant to be unsettling to you, but it's just funny.
Just yeah, everything about the overall presentation is fantastic. Like, you know, the animation,
So well
the
done.
character design,
Yeah.
aesthetics,
It
how
was
they
great.
stage the scenes, so good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
think
love
it's
the entire plot, how it all came together at the end.
Yep.
Where it shows that they were like in limbo. I really enjoyed that.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, by the way, but yeah.
But
Oh,
then
shit.
also
Might
it
be.
was like you expect this show to have like some deeper meaning, and then it's just like, oh yeah, this happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is some meaning to it. It's about, you know, really
Mm-hmm.
grabbing the bill by the horns, tackling your destiny, so on and so forth. Some stuff happened. It's like
Some
a
stuff.
mini coming of age story, I'd say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree
specifically-
with that.
Young enough people is basically a coming of age story. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming, no, not November.
Oh
Right,
my god.
How y'all doing? Y'all still in?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But I really liked Over the Garden Wall because it's like a more mature Gravity Falls, I would say. But even then,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I love
all
Gravity
this
Falls
Yes.
too, though.
I
mature.
love Gravity Falls.
Have you
This
finished
will have
Gravity
it.
Falls?
I did. Suck my dick.
There's no November, you can't do that. Come on, LeToya. Don't tap out now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But also, yeah, Dune was
Right, we watched Dune. I thought it was fantastic. It's one of the best
I
movies
thought it
I've
was
seen in a
amazing.
while. Yeah.
yeah.
What is it about?
It's about okay. It's like this political thriller. Is the best way I can describe it. It's very
Yeah.
much like
Political
exposition
sci-fi.
based. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the action. It's not so much about
Mhm.
the visual fanfare, although there is a lot of visual fanfare.
Yeah.
I'd say it's very much just like slow,
Mhm.
tension building political thriller. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I appreciate
One
you
thing I
saying
will say is that like I really liked the director Denis. I don't know how to
Dennis
pronounce his name.
Villeneuve.
Yeah. I really liked his because I've also seen Blade Runner 2049. It's the only other movie of him that I've seen. It's probably like the one I prefer so far. But like I really like his style of direction where it's like he's not like using the set pieces to make the actors like stand out or everything. Everything is like all a part of like the set pieces. Like everything is all a part of the production, like equally so. So
Yeah.
the actors kind of just like fade into the background.
Yeah, the
And like it's
visual
more so
design
he's just
of
trying to
Dune
create
is
this
fucking
large
fantastic.
moving aesthetic.
Yeah.
And it just works together so well. I really liked Blade Runner. I think both Blade Runner and Dune have some of the best cinematography I've ever seen.
Yep.
Just because like so
Yeah,
much
no.
care goes into crafting each scene and just making it come to life.
There was nothing about it that seemed out of place except for how quickly the invasion happened. That's like my one thing.
Spoilers. I mean, to be fair, with how much like I know Dune is like a very full book. Like I own the book and it's like 700 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's a lot of ground that they had to cover, and also the fact that like lore wise there's a lot of like stuff that was like going on where like
Yeah.
the main character is like the chosen one, and also there's a mysterious voice that allows you to like make people do shit.
The special power. This like
Yeah, and like there's a lot of like terms like I think I was watching something the other day that like highlighted the fact there's actually a glossary in the end of the book that basically highlights all of like the important terms. Like the term Bene Gesserit like shows up a lot in the movie, and they never explicitly explain why it is in the movie.
That's just the group that his mom is with or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically I think from what I remember, like the whole concept of a Bene Gesserit is like it's like a specially trained person, and like a lot of I can't remember all of it actually. I could like maybe look for the term, but the point is there's a lot of depth to like a lot of things, and then like
the
the whole like chosen one title that like the main character is supposed to have. It's just a very full story and a very full movie from a very full book. What is the runtime? Because it was long.
It was more than 2 hours, I think. Because
it wasn't more than 3 hours, I'm pretty sure. Because it started around 6 and we left there like minutes to 10.
Did we?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the most beautiful part of it is that it's only 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
And like it does kind of go against like what I was saying before about how like because like you can like have actors in the movie. Like how I was saying before, like you'll have some movies where like the actors are like basically used to sell the movie.
Yeah.
And like in this movie, it is, but it's like if you go to the movie to see Zendaya, you are going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Because it's fantastic though.
The cast is absolutely amazing. They did such a good job putting that cast together. Yeah. But also like you can tell they don't really care about this, like having the cast. It's more so like the cast is just there because they're just the
very
people that
to the rules, yeah.
Are gonna put it, yeah. And it's more so about like telling the story. They didn't like force Zendaya into the movie too much because her character's role isn't really there yet.
Not until the next one, yeah. I think
it's also the fact that it's very clearly just there to be a setup movie. Like it wasn't necessary to have a satisfying ending that people walk away from and are like, oh, this is a full movie. It was just the first half of this story that he's trying to bring to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like you mentioned his other movies. I watched Arrival.
I need to watch Arrival.
That's a great movie.
He's like the first director I've ever actually like really wanted to like get invested in. Granted, I don't watch that many movies in general, but like I really liked Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Does anybody else have other stuff that they watched and want to talk about?
I watched Rio.
What?
Like the one with the birds?
The birds?
Yes.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Go for it.
Love that movie.
Tell us about it.
Birds are pretty.
Woo!
They sing good.
I thought you had more.
Talk
about the red bird with big dick energy.
No. Okay, listen, hear me out. Ali, I need you to Google what's his name. Just go find Google Redbird from Rio.
Oh my god.
Let me put it in the description. Hold on.
Rio.
Listen. You can't tell me that bird doesn't have big dick energy.
Who voices that bird?
I am.
That makes sense. Because I was like, there's no way that bird has to be black.
Hit it, Fergie.
Listen.
Isn't Jamie Foxx in Rio? Yeah, he is.
He's the little yellow bird. That bird exudes sexual energy, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about how this bird has big dick energy.
Right. Okay.
Do
Okay.
you not agree?
Not really, no. I must
Not all of
confess.
you.
I feel like you have to see him in motion. I don't know. I'm trying to help.
Fuck off. Kale, what did you watch this week?
Nikolai, Trevor, and I watched The Killing of a Sacred Deer, which is
I want to watch it, actually.
yeah, it's like a psychological. Well, I wouldn't spoil it. It's like a
I
psychological
haven't watched
thriller,
Mhm.
like more than a horror, and also
Mhm.
brought up a topic that Lachlan talked about just now, where it's like actors that like famous-ish actors that won't really sell a movie
Mhm.
because Colin Farrell is in it. He's the main star, but also Alicia Silverstone is in it. And if you all know her, she did yeah,
Oh, I know
yeah,
her.
that one.
That one. She's
That movie.
Cher from Clueless.
Yeah,
Oh.
Clueless, right? That was one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was in it, but she had like a minor role. But at the same time, they didn't like blow her character all to proportion. It's only when I saw her on the screen 5 minutes after I was like, "Isn't that oh right?"
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a
Colin
really good.
Farrell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because that's done by A24, right?
Oh, she was Batgirl
The
in
studio
Batman and
A24, I
Robin.
think, made the movie. I want to
She
say.
was what?
She was Batgirl in the old Batman and Robin movie, the terrible one.
Oh, the bad one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
But The Killing of a Sacred Deer is from A24, right? The studio that does all like the independent films.
I'm not too sure, but I know the director.
Yeah, it's A24. It's A24.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That also gets me into like why I think independent movies are better because they're less obsessed with like that whole
Yeah,
like
they're not trying too
make
hard.
something to sell. Like they actually try and tell a good story.
Yeah.
What I really liked about the movie too is that it didn't really have much of a music track.
Mhm.
But what I hate
Love that.
is that like the sound effects in the movie, because some of them would just be like out of place, you know? Like, okay, yeah, I get you trying to build tension.
Mhm.
Oh god, I don't need all the like aluminum wobbling around. That was
Got
very present in that movie. It was just like
you.
but yeah, very good, very tense. It will have you questioning everything, even up to the end. You'll just be like, Jesus, what are these characters thinking?
Yeah.
A lot of emotionless sex,
Oh,
but that's like a staple of the director.
okay.
Yeah.
Emotionless sex.
Sharma, what about you?
Ali, what about you?
She here. Here she is.
Yeah.
I can't hear Sharma.
I'm sorry, because I wasn't speaking, I zoned out. What's the question?
Did you watch anything interesting this week, Sharma?
No, I started watching Grey's Anatomy again. I don't
Oh
know.
my
Why?
I don't know. I was bored and I didn't want to start anything new. So,
Nice, man.
yeah.
Me when I restart One Piece.
Is it just me that Sharma cut off for?
No, she's
No, me too.
soft on our ends, but yeah, we you know what she said. So.
We understood the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I showed my friend Mouse the graphic novel.
Mouse, the graphic novel? What's it about?
It is a man hearing a story from his father about his experience in the Holocaust, and he's trying to turn it.
Oh.
Yeah, and he has to come to terms with like how his father like is in the present as a consequence of going through that experience.
Yeah.
And it's an incredibly gripping, incredibly depressing story.
That
but also
sounds
hopeful at points.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Lachlan.
I'll read that right after I read Watchmen.
Yeah. So alongside Watchmen and The Dark Knight, it's like one of the greatest graphic novels ever written.
Dark Knight Returns?
Whichever the one is with fucking Batman, yeah. The Batman.
They're all Batman.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you mean The Dark Knight Returns because I also own The Dark Knight Returns. I know it's also like one of the best.
so you just have like all of these good like graphic novels in there.
Yeah, I have Dark Knight Returns, All Star Superman, and Watchmen because I bought them all in first year. Like I'm gonna read them, and then I never read them because I didn't have free time. And then I was like, I'm gonna read them when I get back to Canada. And now I'm back in Canada, and I still do not have free time.
You have Coraline?
I do not, but I did get. I do want to read more Neil Gaiman stuff, so I do own American Gods.
Okay, you have American Gods. There's Sandman.
Yeah, I know he did. He did a lot of like DC stuff, I think. as
He did
well.
stuff for DC as well, like his answers always come. Yeah.
But yeah, Sandman is DC, I think.
Anyways, yeah, it's called Mouse because all the Jews are drawn as mice and all the Nazis
Oh.
are drawn as cats.
Oh,
The Polish are drawn as pigs, the Americans are drawn as dogs, so on and so forth.
Ooh.
And it's an interesting metaphor to say the least. Anyways,
It's like World War II if it happened in Zootopia.
I just want
Yes.
to say that I get pressured. LeToya to read it again.
She called my name. What
we
is she
did not hear
saying?
what you said.
I heard my name.
I peer pressured LeToya into reading again.
You start out loud and it gets soft.
She peer pressured me into reading again. That is true.
Okay.
Weren't you reading before that?
Not as much. And then Sharma gave me a good recommendation. That is all I will say about that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That is all.
Let me get into closing remarks. Kale, go ahead.
Rest in peace to people that died during the Astro performance. I hope the families are compensated thoroughly.
Sharma.
Ooh.
LeToya.
Pedro from Rio has big dick energy.
Lachlan.
Abolish celebrities because they're just people and they're no better or worse than you.
I'll just see. Thank you everybody coming out. This week's thumbnail is brought to you by Lachlan. Next week's done by... Has everybody
Hopefully
here
you're-
done one already?
Not, I haven't. I'll do it.
Okay, LeToya is up next. This is BTA Podcast, episode number 45. Thank you for coming out. Good night.
Good
Wrong
night.
button.
Do 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 do.
Um,